we just finished hosting our 7th Big Game Jam. This jam was the biggest we have ever held. This game jam was more than triple the size of the last jam, with over 400 games being submitted when the deadline ended. As with most of our jams, developers from all around the world had 9 days to make a game using the theme, Overpowered! And so of course the jam was full of wrestlers, giant robots, and particles. Lots and lots of particles. In this video we'll go over the top 10 community voted games, some honorable mentions, and the top 5 judges' picks, which will be getting the prizes from this jam's sponsors. Starting with the top 10 community voted games. Each team that got their game into the top 10 community voted games will receive 1,000 in-engine credits divided among their team, and each team member will receive a special role on Discord to show off that they won the jam. In 10th place is Double Trouble. In this unique, action-packed experience, you have to multitask between dodging bullets and breaking puzzle blocks. But to help you get through this difficult game, you have the incredibly overpowered ability to use bullet time. In 9th place, Pirate Kings: Clash of the Tides, where you defeat enemy ships, collect their treasure, and then use your spoils at the tavern to buy potions that will give your boat superpowers. In 8th, Too Strong for Space, when a sneeze becomes a weapon of mass destruction. Earth is under attack by legions of alien robots, but you're ready. Not because you have an army, and not because you have a plan, but because you are ridiculously powerful.
Too many deaths. Did you just sneeze an army to death?
In 7th, Power Shift, a puzzle game focused on balance, like all things should be. You need to make sure that the reactor does not become critically overpowered, or it'll explode. In 6th, Worm Up, a game about being a worm doing worm things, until you find the ability to spring jump. Then it's a game about doing worm things and spring jumping. Until... In 5th, Cheat Engineered, a top-down 8-bit game where you hack the game to gain the upper hand, featuring cheats like wall clipping, instant death attacks, and a speed boost. In 4th, Ashbringer, a short game where you explore a city area while trying to control the overwhelming power that threatens to burn everything in your path. You can only break the curse of fire by finding the 3 divine favors, hopefully before you burn down the village. In 3rd, One Punch Husband. You play as Max, and it happens to be Max's anniversary with his wife, but he got stuck fighting bad guys right up until the evening. Now, he only has 1 hour left before his wife gets home, with a list of things to do for her romantic surprise, but he's still stuck at max power. In 2nd, Over-Titans, Destroyers of Worlds. You are one of the last mages of light, a member of a secret order that uncovered a long-lost branch of forbidden magic, with the power to not only kill the Titans, but everything else around them. The world is already broken, but in your hands lies the power that might restore it, or finish what the Titans started. And the #1 community voted game, Over the Top, an arm wrestling game where you switch between pulling or defending to beat your opponents. You're also able to work out and buff up your character to an insane degree. Now on to some honorable mentions, starting with Mecha Showtime, Crankpunk, Overgrown Garden, Reiteration, and the Genesis Survivors. And now before we show the top picks from the judges, let's mention what they'll be winning from the sponsors of this jam. Starting with Crazy Games, a website with a variety of awesome free online games that players can play directly in their browser that helps developers find more players and monetize their games. Every team will earn a cash prize based on their ranking, as well as an offer for a Crazy Games distribution deal, where they'll be able to bring their games to a wider audience and earn even more from their platform. Then there's Sprite, a pixel art and animation software used by creators all around the world, perfect for both pixel art beginners and professionals. Every team will be receiving a copy of Sprite, with teams in 3rd place and above receiving 2 copies. Then, Esoteric Software's Spine, 2D animation software primarily used to create smooth and efficient skeletal animations for video games. The team that comes in 1st place will be given a Spine Professional license. Then there's Kenny, a very well-known asset creator and game developer, known for creating thousands of free, high-quality assets used all over the world. Every team will receive a copy of Kenny game assets all in one bundle, and a copy of Asset Forge Deluxe, which allows anyone to create 3D models and 2D sprites by kit bashing various pre-made blocks together. And then GDevelop will be giving 6-month gold subscriptions to each member of the team in the top 5 judges' picks. So now let's jump in with 5th place, Penguins vs. Ducks, which is a chaotic mix of attacking and defending, while also summoning your own AI partners with points that you get from defeating enemies. The weapons that you get bigger and stronger, until suddenly the enemy base is coming towards you. Then in 4th is Worm Up, which is basically a Metroidvania, with a worm as the main character. You go around collecting power-ups that let you go into new sections of the map and get around different obstacles, and then eventually you're an overpowered worm killing frogs and flies and everything in your way. In 3rd, Survive 999, which kind of came out of left field because it has this grotesque horror aesthetic, and then suddenly, after a couple of upgrades, you're mowing down enemies like now it's suddenly an action game. Then in 2nd is Over the Top. This game's art is delightful. The themes, the ideas, and of course the fact that you can get so strong that you can just lift treadmills. But in 1st place, the number 1 judge's pick is Over Titans, Destroyers of Worlds. This game blew our minds. Not only did the game have a strong tutorial, good graphics, lore, and a storyline to follow, you could just straight up blow up the entire world. The terrain was destructible, which meant that you had a lot of power to kill all the enemies, but if you went too far, you'd blow up the ground below you and leave just lava, which meant that when you finally got to the boss, there wouldn't be a lot of places left for you to run. Thank you to everyone who took part in the jam, helped moderate, hung around to play the games, and gave feedback to the developers, and of course, to this jam's sponsors. We hope to see you all next time, where maybe we'll be showing off something you made.